in the control booth there, would you run the tape?
So you want to be a smuggler? Well, you've come to the right place. From my experience in this rugged world, beginners have three main struggles when starting out. They keep getting caught. They aren't making enough money. They can't find anything to smuggle. Well, don't worry, because I got you covered. By the end of this course, you'll be rolling in more credits than you can count. Take Jeremy, for example. He started out just like you, getting caught at the scanner.
You're on the wanted list. Halt and prepare to be boarded or we will be forced to open fire.
Serving time. And just not making enough credits to make it worthwhile. Well, look at Jeremy now. So if you want to be like Jeremy, you're going to need to know a few things. What type of person do you need to be? What skills do you need? What equipment do you need? How do you get contraband? And how do you sell that contraband? From my experience in being what you'd call a contraband connoisseur, the proper backgrounds from the most successful of my space smuggling colleagues is ex-bouncers, diplomats, and of course your troublemaking space scoundrel. Each of these backgrounds have their own perks to the life of a morally gray space smuggler. First off is the bouncer. The bouncer's area of expertise in the life of smuggling can come in the way they get the goods. The bouncer's innate ability and the skills of security make it easier for them to get in just about every lock they can find, with the right practice, of course. With all of the years in seedy areas, the bouncer is also adept in the world of boxing and fitness, making it easier for them to get out of whatever situation they may be in, either with brute force or the agility cultivated from dealing with a plethora of unruly patrons. The next one is the diplomat. The diplomat has many areas of expertise that will help in the life of a smuggler. The diplomat is an expert in the areas of persuasion and commerce. The years of experience of negotiating during the war gives them the upper hand in getting what they want in high-pressure situations. The skills gained from the years of learning the ins and outs of communicating with people has also made them adept in the world of commerce, as they have spent their whole life making deals with men who want to see them dead. Finally, the space scoundrel. Their skill set is a ticket to success in the world of smuggling. Their background as a space scoundrel has granted them with an expertise in pistols, piloting, and persuasion. The scoundrel's main tool is that of persuasion. Their silver tongue gets them out of many not-so-good situations, as they know what to say and when to say it. The space scoundrel's most valuable skill in the world of smuggling is their ability as a pilot. Being a good pilot is important in all aspects of being a smuggler, as your ship is a necessity for hauling all of your cargo. And if you can't pilot a ship, you sure can't smuggle in it. Now that you know the best backgrounds to be a smuggler, what are the best traits to have as one? Well, there are three traits that I have noticed to stand out among the best of them. Introverted, spaced, and wanted. I've noticed most smugglers spend their time alone. Smuggling isn't a job where you need a crew on your ship, and the only time you have anyone on your ship is when they're taking the cargo and giving you a handful of credits. Smugglers spend most of their time out in space, making space a really good trait to have, as a smuggler really only leaves their ship to get money or cargo. And lastly, most of the smugglers I know are wanted. That might sound like a bad trait to have as someone of that occupation, but trust me, it works out. The fear of getting your cargo scanned pales in comparison to being chased by a group of ecliptic mercenaries. That in turn makes you a better smuggler as you work better under pressure. Plus you're always going to be on the move, raking in those credits. Having those backgrounds and traits only gives you a head start, but doesn't guarantee any success in smuggling. To truly be a successful smuggler, you must hone your skills. And the most important skills to garner for a smuggler are these: piloting, starship design, payloads, security, commerce, and deception. As you add more cargo to your ship, you're going to need to upgrade your reactor. And to use a powerful reactor, you got to be a proficient pilot, making piloting a great skill to have as a smuggler. Starship design is arguably the best skill to have as a smuggler. Some of the shielded cargo bays require Starship design 1 or 2, and without shielded cargo bays, you can't smuggle anything. So if you want to be a successful smuggler, invest time in Starship design. With a higher skill and payloads, it will make you better capable of utilizing the cargo space you have on board your ship. This is optional, but hey, the more cargo space, the more contraband, and the more contraband, the more money. So this is a good skill to have as a distinguished contraband connoisseur. Security will help you get contraband whenever you can find a contraband crate. The crates are usually locked at an expert level, so all you really need is to be level 2 in security, but hey, the more the better. Commerce will increase your payouts when you sell individual cargo cases, as without the skill, the payout for selling one case is dramatically decreased. You can level this skill by selling the cargo you find or by selling random objects that aren't common materials. And I will go into how you can get loaded in a lot of cargo cases, quickly and easily. Finally, deception. Deception will make it harder for those UC pigs to see what you truly got on board. It's a good skill to have, and with enough signal jammers, you will never get caught with anything. The more the merrier with this skill, as it will make your job much, much easier. If you're in this profession, you probably have much experience deceiving those around you, you slimy bastard. As for skills, that's all a truly good smuggler will need in their venture of the underworld of illegal trade. Now on to equipment. This is the most essential part of being a successful smuggler, as without the right equipment, you're going to find yourself behind bars. You may be wondering, where do I get this set equipment? Well, don't worry, I got you covered. There are 2 different spots you can get this most needed equipment. The Red Mile and the Key. The Red Mile is on Porama 3 in the Porama system. The Porama system is 3 jumps away from New Atlantis, so it's not far at all, and is a good spot for starting out as a smuggler. Before you go, you should definitely pack a coat because Porama 3 is a blisteringly cold planet. Once you land at the Red Mile, just go on inside and walk up the stairs. And the room in the corner of the lobby is where you'll find a chunky old fella by the name of Lon Anderson. He's not the nicest fella in the settled systems, but he will take care of all your needs equipment-wise. If you haven't ranked up your Starship design skill, you can start out with the 200 cm ballast shielded cargo hold. It has a capacity of 190, and if you put 2 on your ship, it will be all you need to start out. But hey, the more the merrier. As you get better at modifying your ship, you can get better cargo holds, which weigh less, so you can maintain a good mobility on your ship. And then we have the scan jammers. The scan jammer is the most important piece of equipment for smuggling, and should motivate you to rank up your Starship design as fast as you can. With level 2 Starship design, you can get the multi-frequency scan jammer, which will increase your chances of invading a scan by 50%, while the single frequency only increases your odds of passing by 10. And then you have the Key. The Key is the headquarters for the Crimson Fleet and is another spot where you can get all of the equipment you need. The Key is one of the most valuable assets for a smuggler, and I will go into greater detail on how to access the Key and have the Crimson Fleet as an ally. And they are a great ally to have in your seedy profession. Now that you are all prepared to start smuggling, you're going to need contraband to smuggle. Don't worry, I know some very lucrative methods on how to get loads of cargo, so soon you'll be rolling in it. The first method is by finding contraband crates. You can find these crates on random abandoned outposts, usually ran by Ecliptic, Spacers, and the Crimson Fleet Pirates. They aren't going to be at every location ran by any one of those groups, and it isn't the most lucrative, but it's an option if you're just looking to smuggle when the opportunity arises. The second method is the Alchemist. The Alchemist is an abandoned space station / casino. You can find this treasure trove of contraband in the Olympus system, orbiting the planet of Nisoi. This old zero-G casino was a huge failure and didn't bring in enough creds to keep the doors open, so when it was abandoned shortly after opening, that's when the Spacers moved in. Spacers absolutely love this spot, and no matter what, always end up coming back no matter how many times you kill them. When you get to the Alchemist, head into the main lobby and go straight to the left, where you'll find an open maintenance vent. It's where the Spacers store all of their valuable cargo. So once you snag that, just head back out to your ship and head straight to the planet of Venus in the good old Sol system. Once you land, just get up and find a chair and get comfy. If you wait for 2 hours, an entire week will pass out in the universe, giving a whole new load of spacers the opportunity to move back into the Alchemist, making it an almost unending source of contraband. The third method is the most consistent for being a smuggler, and that's joining the Crimson Fleet. And to join the Crimson Fleet, you'll have to do something that you've done more than you'd like to admit. Get caught. SysDef is always looking for a lucky someone to be a mole, and that could be you. So if they ask, just cooperate, because it will open many doors. You might be a double agent, but that doesn't matter because a true smuggler is only loyal to the credits. Once you're in the Crimson Fleet, just head straight and you'll see the Crimson Fleet mission boards. Accept all of the missions you see, but the only downside is that you can only have 3 at a time. Once you accept one of the missions, the cargo will be loaded onto your ship and all you have to do is go where they tell you, and everything is taken care of. The kind men at the spaceport unload it for you, and you get your money transferred to you right away. Now how to sell all of that valuable contraband you've been hoarding. 3 best spots to sell all the organs you've been stashing in your cargo hold is the Den, the Red Mile, and the Key. The Den. The Den is a star station in the Wolf system, only 1 jump away from New Atlantis. It's a good spot to move your cargo. You don't get scanned, so you don't even have to worry about getting caught with contraband. You can sell your contraband to the trade authorities straight to the left in the main lobby. The Red Mile. We've been over the Red Mile as it's a safe spot for smugglers like you. You can sell your cargo to Sadie the barkeep and pick yourself up a few drinks while you're at it. Now on to the Key. The Key is an absolute money-making haven for a smuggler. You can sell your cargo to every vendor on board. There's a total of 6 vendors you can sell to, which rounds up to about 60,000 credits if you have enough cargo to clean them out. And if you still have more cargo to sell, you can always find a comfy spot to rest and wait for about a day. And by then, they have restocked their goods and are back in business. Well, hey, that's about all I got for you. With everything I've told you, you should be rolling in credits real soon. I'm glad I could save another Jeremy from the pits of failure in the world of smuggling. It isn't the easiest job, but I know you can do it. Hell, I did.
Thank you so much for watching my video, and if you liked this format, please let me know in the comments. And if you feel like subscribing, you can do that, and I'd appreciate it, but if not, I completely understand.